Hi, it's Olga. Today I'll be creating a set of Halloween cards that are intricate, but at the same time they are very easy to reproduce and to mass produce. I'm starting by creating a sentiment. To do it, I'm swiping an ink pad across the cardstock to color it completely. The ink is Fossilized Amber Distress Oxide ink. I'm drawing between the layers and then I'm adding the second color, which is Spiced Marmalade, and also letting it dry. Then I'm going to use a die to cut out a sentiment. This die is called Happy Halloween Signs. All the dies I'm going to use for this project are from the latest Poppy Stamps release of Fall and Halloween dies. And as always, you can find a supply list with the links to online stores in the description and on my blog. Here I have some note cards by Memory Box. They have colored coating on the outside, but on the inside they are white, which makes them perfect for use with the dies that cut out a negative pattern. So I'll be using the purple ones. I'm opening up one of them, and this die is a Leafy Wreath collage, also from the Halloween release. I'm securing it with a washi tape and then I'll be running it through the die cutting machine. And here is the beautiful pattern that we get. And it really stands out because of the white inside of the note card. And what I'm going to do now is to add another negative pattern die. This one is called Witch Collage and it fits right inside the wreath. I'm making sure this die doesn't touch any of the leaves, and then I'm running it through the machine again. And you can totally leave the background white, the card will still look very nice, but I really want to add some fall colors to it. To create a background, I'll be using this stamp set by Poppy Stamps. It is called Studio Blotter. And also I'll be stamping with 4 shades of Distress Oxide inks. They are Fossilized Amber, Spiced Marmalade, Peeled Paint and Wilted Violet. There are several different brushstroke images in the stamp set, and I'll be using the different shape brushstroke for each color. I'm starting with the lightest one, the Fossilized Amber. I'm stamping it randomly behind the wreath and the witch. Then I'm going to switch to another color, which is Spiced Marmalade, and another brushstroke stamp. Distress Oxide inks allow you to overlap the stamped images without creating mud, and this is the property that I need for creating this kind of background. Now I'm proceeding with the peeled paint, and then I'm going to add just 3 purple brush strokes. You can see that there is still enough white space below the stamped background to write a message. So now when we close the card, all the negative pattern is colored in bright fall shades. Next I'm going to stick down the sentiment right onto the card front. I'm using liquid glue, which is Ranger Multimedia Matte, in a needle applicator bottle. For the finishing touch, I'm going to create a ribbon with a bucket on the witch's hat. I'm simply drawing a line with a white gel pen and then I'm going to attach a sequin on top. I'm using one sequin from Hollow Circles set by Cat Scrappiness. That finishes the first card, and for the second one I'm going to use a Leafy Wreath die again. Now I'm using a pencil to draw a hill outline inside the leafy circle. Then I have to open up the card base And I'm going to use a craft knife to cut along this line. It's important that I don't touch any of the leaves. Then I'm going to use a circle die, which is the same diameter as the witch collage, that is 2 inches. I'm tucking the die behind the heel, and again I'm making sure it doesn't touch any of the leaves. I'm securing it with pieces of washi tape, and then I'm going to die cut it. And now we have a heel shape with the open space behind it. I'm going to use 2 more dies to create a scene. They are crooked fans and Doodle jack-o'-lanterns. I'm just going to stick them down to the card front with the liquid glue. Before I stick down the pumpkins, I'm going to darken up the edges with the Wilted Violet Distress ink. The second card is ready, so now let's move on to the last one. The card base, the sentiment, the wreath and the stamping are the same as in previous cards. I'm just going to use the different focal image, and I'll be using the combination of 2 dies. They are Harvest Pumpkin and Swirl Pumpkin. So I'm going to darken up the edges and stick the outline on top of the background. Then I'm attaching the pumpkin to the card with the mounting tape, and I'm done. And here is the look of all 3 finished cards. They are really easy and fun to make, and besides they are totally flat and can easily be mailed in a standard A2 envelope. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and have a great fall!